I had a tumor in June '09. After, I guess, 6, 7 months, I noticed the changes of what the tumor did, the cognitive reasoning, the memory, the sight, and then any area I went to try and get help, I couldn't get any. And we didn't qualify this for that, and that's when we started going through my IRA and just going through a lot of money. And then I had doctor bills because it was an emergency that weren't being covered. And I would tell anybody that that happens to write a letter to the insurance company, because that's what I had to start doing, is writing letters to appeal it. And finally some of that got resolved. Not everything, but a lot of it did. And whatever I had left, I worked out with the hospitals and doctors to just send them whatever, $10 a month is whatever. So that is to help with people that have like a ton of doctor bills. And then friends of ours had found you guys that live in Staten Island, and which I'm so happy. So Wendy had given us the Division of Vocational Rehab, because all the therapy I needed, my husband's insurance wouldn't cover. I went to work part-time so I could stay home with my son, so I only got short-term disability. So I haven't gotten paid. It's going to be 2 years in September. So I just got approved from the Division of Vocational Rehab, and they're going to send me to JFK for the therapy I need. So that's a great thing. So hopefully I start that in 2 weeks. And then after, and I've lost my job, so, and they say they help you find a job, so we'll see where that goes, and hopefully that works out. But at least you can tell people like where to go, because once it starts, you don't know where to go, where to turn, and at least we found you guys that we're at least getting somewhere, because the financial stress, I thank God, I'm okay and can function, but it just does take a toll on your family, and we're just getting through there. So, but that's great that you guys are here, so that you can really help people with where to go, where to turn, because in the beginning you don't even, you're out of it, you don't even know what's going on, kind of, but.
Have you applied for Social Security disability?
Yeah, I got denied twice. JFK told me when I first went to them for the rehab, and then the insurance wouldn't cover it. They said to apply for disability, you should be out of work for like a year and a half. And then it wasn't covered. I went for 3 visits, and the insurance company said they weren't covering it. So I'm going back to them, and I think they approved me for like 25 visits, and then they see where you're at, and then they can approve you for more if you need them.
And where are you with the disability? Are you appealing
So
that?
I'm sorry, I got denied twice. They told me now I need to go for a hearing. So I'm only going there because they told me I'd be out of work for a year and a half. And at least if I get paid for a year, that would help. Because now I'm just going through the money. I didn't have the money to pay for the treatments, because now I have the bills, and it's like you don't know which one to even do anymore. So so that's where I'm now with the hearing. But now I just got a letter that takes 16 months. Yeah. So by that time, and then another 3 months to hear after that. So that's right. Another 2 years.
I believe what happens if they end up accepting you, it would go back retroactive to the date of your application. Mm-hmm. So that would be a
but it's from now. It's 16 months for a hearing.
No, I understand.
So by that point,
right. That's one of the advice. Like I said, working in a hospital, we would always say, just apply for disability, because it's a process, and typically it seems that most people get denied first before they get approval. And the other important thing is, if you're applying for disability, to just make sure that the doctors are filling it out thoroughly, because sometimes some of these applications are getting pushed back because the doctor's information's not correct, there's not enough signatures. So there's somewhat of a help that you can do to expedite your own application. But the important thing is to apply and apply quickly, because even when you go through all of this, hopefully you'll still be standing on your feet in a year or 2 years from now, you know, the checks do become retroactive, so that's always an important part. And, you know, people don't like to necessarily do that because they wanna, you know, be optimistic about returning, but you can always go back to work and not need it, but
Right.
it's better to have started it.
Right.